together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Mills. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mills on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Mills. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Mills. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of him, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They go play action. Mills. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Succop's kick is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got it to the 43 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mills. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he'll take this down to the 33. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mills to throw it. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Touchdown, Texans! Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Tyler Johnson, an 8-yard pickup, and the Texans first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And Cooks has it over the middle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw, Mills.
Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here. As we say on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we checked on their numbers on the ground in the first
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Mills. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and 4. Mills now. Out to the right, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 2-yard pickup brings up
on 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He finds his man Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mills. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again, it's Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Jackson on first down.
Open man is Duvernay. On the move past the 40.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
On the option right is Jackson.
Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. From the 24, Mills. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. That's underneath to Pierce.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Mills. Cooks on the quick slant.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A give left side for Pierce.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Mills looking to throw it.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jackson to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Jackson.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing, Jackson.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
One of their biggest keys.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-0